Autism, or autism spectrum disorder, is a neurodevelopmental disorder, while narcissism, or narcissistic personality disorder is a mental illness. Despite the superficial similarities between the two conditions, particularly in the realm of social interaction and understanding, the core characteristics, origins, and implications of these two conditions are markedly distinct. Autism is a complex neurodevelopmental disorder that affects a person's ability to communicate, interact socially, and behave in conventional ways. This disorder is typically characterized by a spectrum of symptoms, which means it manifests differently in every individual, varying in severity and combinations of symptoms. The main characteristics of ASD include difficulties in social interaction, challenges with verbal and nonverbal communication, and restricted, repetitive patterns of behavior or interests. These traits typically appear during early childhood and tend to persist throughout an individual's lifetime. People with autism may find it challenging to understand and interpret other people's emotions, intentions, and social cues. This can lead to problems in forming and maintaining relationships, participating in social activities, or interpreting instructions at school or work. They might also have unique ways of learning and engaging with the world around them, often showing intense interest in specific topics or activities. In addition to these core symptoms, individuals with autism may also experience sensory sensitivities. They could be over or undersensitive to sensory inputs like sound, light, touch, or taste. For instance, some might find certain noises intolerably loud, while others might not react to sounds at all. The development of autism is linked to a combination of genetic and environmental influences. Early intervention and tailored support can significantly improve the quality of life for people with autism. It helps them to harness their strengths and navigate their challenges effectively. Narcissism, more formally referred to as narcissistic personality disorder, is a psychological condition that is characterized by a pervasive pattern of grandiosity, an unquenchable need for admiration, and a lack of genuine empathy towards others. It's not just about being self-centered or vain. It's a complex personality disorder that significantly impacts one's behavior, relationships, and overall quality of life. Individuals with NPD often possess an inflated sense of self-importance. They believe they are special, unique, and superior to others, and they expect others to recognize them as such. This self-perception is frequently out of sync with reality, as they may exaggerate their achievements or talents, and be overly ambitious with unrealistic expectations of success. Another key characteristic of NPD is a deep craving for attention and admiration from others. Narcissists thrive on the validation and praise of others, and they may go to great lengths to attract and maintain the spotlight. This could involve manipulative or domineering behaviors, and a tendency to belittle or ignore those who do not offer the adulation they seek. Additionally, people with NPD often lack emotional empathy. They do not care about the feelings of others, and can be dismissive or oblivious to the needs and well-being of those around them. This lack of empathy combined with their need for admiration can lead to troubled, one-sided relationships, where the narcissist's needs take precedence over everything else. Autism and narcissism, despite having some superficial resemblances, are fundamentally disparate conditions, each with unique characteristics and manifestations. The following are some of the key differences between the two. One notable distinction lies in the realm of empathy. Individuals with autism might struggle to comprehend or interpret other people's feelings, but this is not due to a lack of caring or compassion. Rather, it stems from difficulty in processing social cues or emotions, a common trait in autism spectrum disorder. Narcissists, on the other hand, lack empathy because they focus primarily on their own needs, desires, and self-interest, often at the expense of the people around them. The self-perception of individuals with these conditions also differs significantly. Narcissism tends to manifest as an inflated sense of self-importance, with narcissists viewing themselves as superior to others. This exaggerated self-perception emerges as a deep sense of entitlement or arrogance. In contrast, people with autism typically do not exhibit this inflated self-view. They often have a more realistic, if not understated, understanding of their abilities and worth. Their self-perception is generally more aligned with reality and less influenced by the need for validation or superiority. Another key difference lies in the desire for social interaction. Narcissists are known for their craving for attention and admiration, constantly seeking validation and praise from others. They thrive on being noticed and acknowledged, often going to great lengths to ensure they remain the center of attention. Conversely, individuals with autism often find social interactions to be challenging and overwhelming due to difficulties in communication and sensory processing. As a result, they might prefer solitude or engaging in activities alone, as these situations can be more comfortable and less stressful for them. Finally, the origins of these conditions differ. Autism is a neurodevelopmental disorder that generally emerges in early childhood and persists throughout life. It is believed to be influenced by a combination of genetic and environmental factors. On the other hand, narcissism, or narcissistic personality disorder, is a personality disorder that typically surfaces in adolescence or early adulthood. It is thought to result from a complex interplay of genetic, social, and psychological factors. In conclusion, while autism and narcissism may share some superficial similarities in terms of social interaction challenges, they are fundamentally different conditions with unique characteristics and origins. Autism, a neurodevelopmental disorder, is characterized by difficulties in social interactions and communication, often accompanied by restrictive and repetitive behaviors. Individuals with autism might struggle with understanding and interpreting the emotions of others. However, this stems from their neurological differences rather than a lack of caring. Narcissistic personality disorder, on the other hand, is marked by an inflated sense of self-importance, a constant need for admiration, and a lack of empathy. This lack of empathy is not due to an inability to understand emotions, but more often due to a preoccupation with their own needs and desires. The desire for social interaction also differs significantly between the two conditions. While narcissists crave attention and admiration, individuals with autism often find social situations overwhelming and may prefer solitude. Understanding these fundamental differences is crucial for accurate diagnosis and providing the appropriate support and intervention. For more information about narcissists and narcissistic abuse, visit www.carlacorelli.com.